King and shared with him our treatment, which is pretty much where you put together some episode possibilities and our idea for a show. 3 years later, I kind of kept staying in contact with him, selling Huntsville to him. Like, there were events, galas, all of that. I was like, hey, look what's happening. You need to get to Huntsville. Wow. And so eventually we got a contract, and that opened up the door for him to have a time frame to get the show sold. And now here we are 4 years later.
So you were persistent.
Absolutely. Anything, I would tell anyone, if there's something you want to do, don't expect it to happen overnight, because it very well may not happen that way. But if you really want it, you keep going and you keep pushing and working for it. And so,
okay. You weren't worried that you were coming off as a pest at all, or you were stalking him? You were like, I don't care. Like what?
No, I wasn't worried at all. But I also wasn't overly communicative. So what I would do is I would text him here and there. Not every day.
Okay, because I was going to say.
Not every day. Okay. Here and there. And so we actually ended up putting a reel together. He saw it. He was like, he called. Oh my gosh, I want to work with you guys. I want to get your show. I don't want you to work with anybody else. And so he sent a contract that day to allow him to get the show sold.
He's the guy, I understand.
He's
okay.
The reality TV. Absolutely.
Yeah, because my girlfriend, Claudia Jordan, had told me she wanted me to do a show with her one time.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So Claudia is also my manager, manages Claudia.
Oh, really?
Yes,
okay.
She does.
So Claudia wanted me to do a show with her, and she was like, you got to meet Carlos King. It's with him. It's with him. And I was just like, okay, yeah, okay. And we never did do it. I mean, she's doing other stuff now, but he is the guy. So shouts out to him and congrats to him, right? As I raise my mimosa. Okay. So here you went from what, being a school teacher?
Yes. So I have a degree in English education. So I taught middle school for 3.5 years. And I love teaching. I love my students. I was able to, I guess, kind of relate with them because they were 12, 13, 14. And I went in the classroom at 22. So I wasn't that far removed age-wise. So I always came up with creative ways to teach, and make it fun. Like I would have them creating raps. They would come in rapping songs and they're like, oh, you know it. Yes, I do know that song. So because of that, it caused, honestly, for them to respect me. I didn't have a lot of behavioral problems, but I knew that for the level of living and the level of giving that I wanted to have, teacher salary wasn't going to do that. Okay. So my ex and I actually started a cleaning business, a lawn care business while we were teaching. And eventually I was able to resign and he was able to resign. And we got into an industry called property preservation, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry mainly dominated by white males.
Really?
And I started teaching a class, a master course that I have. I started teaching June of 2020 was my first class. I've had over 500 students go through my course to date, mostly African-American women.
Nice.
And I help them get into this industry and start to create generational wealth and get another stream of income. Yep. And so they can live the life they want.
Yeah, because you have multiple streams of income. You really, and I was saying to you when you came in, like, how do you do it all? Because you have 4 kids. Do you have help? Do you have a nanny?
No, I don't have a nanny.
Okay.
No, I don't have a nanny, but I do have an amazing village.
Okay.
So when there are things that I need to do, I have people who are like, no, you're not turning this down. Go do it. We got you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's so important. Even when I reflect back to when I was growing up, my mother, she had an amazing village. I had, those neighbors that I call auntie and they really want auntie.
Right. Exactly.
But, just that community feeling of love. And I'm from a very small town, like one red light.
Oh, wow. Well, dang.
So, yeah. So everybody knew everybody. And so just having that love and support is definitely why I'm able to go after the goals and dreams that I'm wanting to accomplish, which also are opening doors for my children for whatever they may want to do.
How old are your kids?
10, 9, 6, and 2.
Oh, girl. Wait. So for those that don't know and may not have watched the show, you were married to Martel, which I will tell you this. Yeah, Ninja is fine, baby. I will tell you that. Is that what got you? What attracted you to him?
So we were in college. I got married at 22. So we met my senior year.
Okay.
So we had a class together and I was like the class clown and I'm still very silly to this day. So I was the one who would come in class all the time, making jokes, making everybody laugh, cutting up. And one day I was just like, behind you, what's your name? And he was like, Martel, ha ha, And so from there we went on our first date. I think that same day actually, we went and saw Daddy's Little Girls. It had just come out.
Wow.
And so we went on our first date. And after that, every day he was hitting me up. You want to go to the park? You want to go out to eat? You want to go to the movies? You want to come to the house? Every day. And so we got engaged 9 months later, married 7 months after that. And so I will say that I was attracted to his ambition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I saw that ambition in him, and that was very attractive.
Wow. But here's the thing, because, you know, again, if somebody doesn't watch the show, you guys were married how long? 10 years?
No, we were together 14, married. We just got divorced last year. 08, so 13 years.
13 years. Married 13 years. And after that, you guys got a divorce because he cheated.
One of the reasons.
The main reason.
Yeah, the main reason.
He was cheating for how long?
Actually, now I know it was 7 years that he...
Girl, I thought they said 5. I thought it was 5.
Well, okay, so let me be clear. I left in 2020. I found out that he started this affair in 2015.
Oh.
So that's 5 years technically. And then after I left, they had a baby. So their relationship has been a 7-year span. But yeah, 5 years of...
And you didn't know?
The first 2 years I did not. I found out in 2017.
How'd you find out?
Actually, so you know how women have this
intuition? Girl, that thing is real, ain't it?
It is very real.
Man.
It is very real. And for me, I'm not the type of person when I'm in a relationship where I am going to check your phone or I'm looking for things. First of all, I'm too busy to be just trying to look for stuff. I got too much I'm doing.
Yes, you do.
Right?
Yes, you do.
Then too, like I was having kids. I wasn't looking for anything, but whenever something didn't feel right to me and I started my search, like something's off. I found everything out in like 24 hours.
Really? But you stayed. That was in 2017.
That was in 2017.
But you stayed.
I did.
Why?
You know, I think that, and that was my first main issue in my marriage.
Right.
First issue pertaining to infidelity. And I wasn't ready to walk away from that just from one instant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was very apologetic.
Really?
Of course. Very apologetic. I don't know why I did this. I want my family. Stuff.
You know what they say, girl. I know. I hear you. I hear you. You like, oh, this so cliche ass stuff. Okay, but go ahead.
But then at the time,
but we like it though.
It was like, okay, you know, I'm not just gonna walk. We had beautiful children, successful businesses. We pretty much grown up together. You know, you're talking about 22 to 30. I was 32, 33 or so.
Wow.
I wasn't just gonna throw it away from this one thing. So 2017, I found out.